Fly me to the moon. Let me play.
Hi, and welcome to Cheryl TV. Today we're going to talk about validation and how we seek validation. We all need validation and we all seek it every day. But we need to make sure we're getting it from the right place. So this video is going to tell you all about validation, idolatry, and where it comes from. Take a look.
Baby, kiss me.
Well, we get caught up in that by getting our validation from anything else but God. Some of us get our validation from the way we look. Most of us get a lot of validation from the way we look. We get our validation from having degrees, going to school. We feel validated when we can say, when we can put an MD behind our names, or, PhD or whatever, BA. Whatever we can put behind our names gives us validation. And what does validation feel like? Validation feels like this great feeling. Validation feels like you're on top of the world. That's why people do drugs. They're seeking validation. That drug makes them feel great, makes them love themselves for that brief moment, makes them just feel great about everything. Drinking. So all these things are idols in our lives that God wants to replace them with Him. And, sometimes we think one thing is an idol when it's really another. Some things are tools to get our idol. For instance, we may go shopping and we think shopping is our idol, because we like to shop a lot. That could be just a tool to get your idol, which is attention. For men or women, could be your validation. So, you may go to the gym a lot and you're like, oh my God, I idolize going to the gym. No, you don't idolize going to the gym. That's just a tool you use to get your idol. So, sometimes that's why we have to pray and ask God, what is our idol? Because, we don't know. A lot of things we use are just tools to get our idols. How do we get to that point where we can just trust God and let go of the idols? Because idols are there. They're flesh. There's something that you can actually touch instead of worshiping God where you can't actually touch Him, but you feel Him in your spirit. But our flesh just wants flesh. So our flesh goes and reaches for something that we can touch, and that becomes the idol. So how do we get rid of the idols? Well, you get rid of it by worshiping God. You get rid of it, of course, by praying and asking God to show you any idols in your life, because you may not know that they're idols. Idols they've been with you practically your whole life. Or your whole life. Food is an idol. If you've been eating bad your whole life, and then God is nudging on your heart to give that up for your health, that's an idol. And idols don't come down easily. So you must pray, ask God, show me my idols. Where do I have something before you, God? What is it that I'm thinking about more than you, Lord? Is it getting money? It could be anything. After you pray and ask Him that, next thing you do is you just allow Him to do the work in you. Ask God to show you what you're putting before Him. It could be anything. It could be money. It could be anything. Anything that you're constantly thinking about more than God. When you ask Him, be open. Let Him show you. You'll know, because you'll get that nudge saying, you know what, I'm doing this again. I do this often. It could be going to the gym. It could be anything. So, after you get that nudge, you're gonna know. And be open to allow God to do that work, to get rid of the idol and change the idol to worship. Spend more time worshiping God and less time with that idol. He may have to wean you off of it, but eventually, I promise you'll be happier when you let go of this idol. Thank you for watching.